General Hospital spoilers, Lulu's reality check for Dante, a killer solution, and Brit's risky gamble. Okay, Port Charles fans, buckle up. The preview for Tuesday, November 19, 2025 is here, and it's serving up a platter of high-stakes drama, parental panic, and some seriously shady backroom deals. If you thought the tension in this town couldn't get any thicker, think again. We've got heart-to-hearts that could make or break relationships, a desperate mother fighting for her son, and a villain who's looking for a permanent fix to a very temporary problem. Let's dive in because, oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about. A mother's fight. Lulu puts Dante in his place. Let's start with the scene that's going to have everyone talking. Our girl, Lulu Spencer, Alexa Haven's Bruining, is done sitting on the sidelines. She marches into Dante's office and gives him a reality check he desperately needs. The preview gives us a tantalizing glimpse, with Dante firing back a defensive, "So you're saying that Rocco did this to himself?" You can just feel the heat radiating from that exchange. Lulu isn't there to coddle him. She's there to make him see sense. While Dante is stewing in his anger and lashing out at the nearest target, Lulu is the voice of reason, fighting for not one, but two kids caught in this nightmare. She's standing up for Gio, reminding Dante that Giovanni Palmieri is just a scared kid who got in over his head, not some master criminal. This is the kind of raw, emotional moment we live for on GH. It's the clash between a father's protective rage and a mother's fierce, clear-eyed love. You can't help but be on Lulu's side here, can you? She's watching the man she loves tunnel vision himself into making everything worse. Brit's dangerous idea, why Jason is pushing back. Meanwhile, in another corner of this crisis, Brit Westbourne is thinking outside the box. And by outside the box, we mean she's probably concocting a plan that would make even a seasoned mobster blush. She pulls Jason Morgan aside for a quiet chat, and let's just say he is not having it. You know it's a risky move when Jason Morgan looks uncomfortable. We can only imagine what Brit is proposing. Is it a jailbreak? A blackmail scheme targeting Hank Bolton? Whatever it is, it's clear that Brit's maternal instincts have kicked into overdrive. She sees a good kid like Rocco being crushed by the system, and she's willing to burn it all down to save him. But Jason is the voice of cold, hard logic. He knows that some paths, once you start walking them, you can never turn back. This is a classic GH moral dilemma. Do you break the rules to save a soul? We're on the edge of our seats to see if Brit will convince him, or if she'll go rogue on her own. The kids do the right thing. A powerful moment of courage. In the midst of all the adult scheming and failing, two teenagers are about to teach everyone a lesson in integrity. Charlotte Cassadine and Danny Morgan meant every word when they decided to confess. The spoilers confirm it. They walk right into the police station, heads held high, with Danny announcing exactly why they're there. Can we just take a moment for these two? While the adults are arguing, bribing, and contemplating murder, these kids are showing more courage and moral clarity than the entire Port Charles PD. This is a huge moment for their characters. They're owning their mistake, understanding the gravity of the situation, and refusing to let their friend take the fall alone. It's heartbreaking, it's brave, and it's going to send shockwaves through their families. How will Laura, Sonny, and the Cassadines react to this act of stunning bravery? And now for the most terrifying part of the preview. Over at the Ollie's creepy Windermere, Marco Rios meets with his father, the sinister Jen Sidwell. It's clear that Professor Hank Dalton's solo act of framing Rocco has thrown a wrench into Sidwell's carefully laid plans. The villain is not happy. Then he lays it out for his lawyer with a calmness that will make your blood run cold. He explains that if he goes away, then so do our problems. Let that sink in. He's not talking about a bribe or a threat. He's talking about extermination. The question is, who is the target? Is it Hank Dalton, who has become a loose cannon? Is it Rocco himself, the living, breathing evidence of their conspiracy? Or is it someone entirely who knows too much? This is Jen Sidwell at his most dangerous, a man who sees human lives as chess pieces to be sacrificed. This killer solution promises a dark turn that could haunt Port Charles for years to come. Sonny's sobering advice for a mayor in crisis. With her grandson in juvie and her city in turmoil, Lara Collins is watching her world crumble. Who does she turn to? None other than Sonny Cornthan. In a moment of beautiful irony, the mob boss offers the mayor some starkly realistic advice. He says, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. It's the kind of wisdom that comes from a life lived on the edge. Sonny knows better than anyone that good intentions aren't enough in Port Charles. You have to be ready for the floor to drop out at any moment. Will Lara take his advice to heart? And what does preparing for the worst even look like for the mayor? Stockpiling evidence? Making a deal with the devil? This unlikely alliance might be the key to saving the day, or it could lead to an even greater catastrophe. The emotional toll, Carly's struggle, and Dante's blind rage. We can't ignore the other emotional threads pulling tight. Carly's yet again locked in a tense emotional conversation with Jack Brennan. He's pushing her, asking if she can truly accept who he is. It's a question loaded with danger and a twisted kind of intimacy. Is he testing her loyalty or warning her about the monster lurking under the surface? And back with Dante, his rage towards Gio continues to blind him. He's so focused on finding someone to punish that he can't see the real enemy is standing in a lab coat smirking. He's pushing away everyone trying to help him, including Lulu, and it's a painful thing to watch. A family is being torn apart from the inside, all while the true villains watch from the shadows. So what do you think? The stage is set for an explosive episode. Will Lulu's words finally get through to Dante? What is Britt's dangerous idea? And will Jason stop her? Are you as proud of Charlotte and Danny as we are? And most chillingly, who is Jen Sidwell targeting for elimination? The conversation is just getting started. Pour yourself a coffee, grab your favorite blanket, and get ready. Tuesday is going to be a wild ride. Drop all your thoughts, predictions, and fears in the comments below. Let's get through this together. Be sure to check back with us for all the latest General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. We're your home for everything happening in Port Charles.